Noah Lyles stepped onto the track expecting another big moment. He is the fastest star in sprinting, and the race looked perfect for him. But in less than 33 seconds, everything changed. And almost nobody saw it coming. To understand why this race was so shocking, you need to know who Noah Lyles is. He won the Olympic gold medal in the 100 meters. He has won the World Championships in the 200 meters 4 times. When people think about sprinting today, they think about Noah Lyles. He is the face of the sport. He loves big moments and usually wins when it matters most. Everyone expected him to win this race easily. Jereem Richards is also a great runner, but he does not get as much attention as Lyles. Richards is a 400-meter specialist. He won the silver medal at the World Championships in the 400 meters. He also won the World Indoor Championship in the 400 meters back in 2022. He has been running at a high level for years, but he is not a household name like Lyles. At 32 years old, many people thought his best days were behind him. The 300-meter race is interesting because it sits right between the short sprints and the longer races. You need to be really fast, but you also need to have endurance. It is not long enough to be a true endurance race, but it is too long to just sprint the whole way. The best 300-meter runners know how to pace themselves and then finish strong. This race had some of the best sprinters in the world. Besides Lyles and Richards, there was Trayvon Bromell, who won the World Indoor Championship in the 60 meters back in 2016. This was his first time ever racing the 300 meters officially. Vernon Norwood was also in the race. He is a 400-meter runner who has won multiple relay medals at major championships. This was a stacked field. Before the race, Lyles talked to reporters. He said he wanted the best competition and the biggest crowd. He said that is what makes great moments. You could tell he was confident. This is what Lyles does. He thrives under pressure. He had not raced the 300 meters indoors since 2017, but back then he ran 31.87 seconds, which was the American record. That time was the fastest in the world for years. So even though he had not done this race in a long time, people still expected him to win. Richards came into the race quietly. He was not doing a lot of talking to the media. He was just focused on his race. He trains with Olympic champions, so he knows what it takes to compete at the highest level. His silver medal at the World Championships showed he was still running well. But beating Lyles is a different challenge. Lyles is special. When the race started, everything looked normal at first. The runners exploded out of the blocks. They went through the first turn and started to really get going. Lyles looked smooth and relaxed. His form was perfect. He looked like he was in control. This is what great sprinters do. They make it look easy even when they are running incredibly fast. But Richards was not worried. He was running his own race. He was not trying to stay with Lyles every step of the way. He knows his strength comes at the end of races. That 400-meter background means he can hold his speed longer than most sprinters. When other guys start to slow down in the final meters, Richards stays strong. As they came into the final straight, something changed. Richards started to accelerate. He was getting faster while Lyles was just trying to hold on to his speed. This is where the 400-meter training pays off. Richards has run so many races where he has to maintain speed when his legs are burning and his lungs are screaming. He knows how to push through that pain. The final meters were incredible. Both men were giving everything they had. Richards leaned at the finish line. The clock stopped at 32.14 seconds for Richards and 32.15 for Lyles, 1/100th of a second. If you blink, you miss that amount of time. It was that close. Vernon Norwood finished third with a personal best time of 32.38 seconds. Bromell came in fourth at 35.36 seconds in his first 300-meter race. When you look at the times, you realize how special this was. Richards ran the second fastest indoor 300 meters in history. Only one person has ever run faster indoors. That was Stephen Gardiner from the Bahamas, who ran 31.56 seconds in 2022. Richards just joined some very exclusive company. And he did it at age 32, which makes it even more impressive. After the race, Richards was very humble. He thanked God and talked about grace and mercy. He said training with Olympic champions had motivated him. You could tell this win meant a lot to him. It was not just about beating Lyles. It was about proving to himself that he still belongs at the top of the sport. For Lyles, this was his first big race of the 2026 season. He had run a 60-meter race the day before, so he was not coming in completely cold. But the 300 meters is a tough distance. You need speed, but also the ability to maintain it. Lyles had not raced this distance indoors in 9 years. Maybe the timing was not perfect. Maybe he needed more races to get his rhythm. But he still ran 32.15 seconds, which is an amazing time. The crowd in Boston loved it. Indoor track meets have a special feeling. The venue is smaller and more intimate than outdoor stadiums. You are close to the action. You can hear everything. When Richards crossed the finish line ahead of Lyles, the crowd erupted. This was not supposed to happen. Everyone thought they were going to see Lyles dominate. Instead, they saw an upset for the ages. What does this win mean for Richards? It proves he is still one of the best long sprinters in the world. Yes, he focuses on the 400 meters. But when you can run this fast over 300 meters, it shows you have both speed and endurance. Other runners now have to take him seriously. They cannot just assume he will fade at the end of races. Richards just showed he can close better than almost anyone. For Lyles, this is a learning experience. Champions lose sometimes. It happens. The great ones learn from it and come back stronger. Lyles has proven throughout his career that he can handle setbacks. Remember, he won the Olympic 100 meters by the smallest margin in Olympic history. He knows about close races. He knows about pressure. This loss will not break him. If anything, it might make him even more determined. This race showed how competitive sprinting is right now. Noah Lyles may be the biggest name, but many runners can beat him on any day. At this level, one small mistake can cost the win. Jereem Richards made no mistakes and ran a perfect race. The 300 meters does not get much attention, but it is a tough and exciting event. It needs speed, control, and mental strength. Richards showed all of that in Boston. Both runners will race again as the indoor season continues. But this 300-meter race will be remembered. Richards came in as a veteran and left as the man who beat Noah Lyles head-to-head. At 32, he proved he is still strong, confident, and far from finished. The race was short, but the moment will last a long time. Richards trusted himself, finished strong, and took his moment when it mattered most. This win also changes how Richards will be viewed moving forward, not just by fans, but by competitors lining up next to him. In sprinting, belief spreads quickly. When an athlete proves they can beat the biggest name in the sport, others take notice. Richards now carries a different kind of presence on the track. He is no longer just a reliable finalist or relay runner. He is a proven closer who can deliver under pressure in unconventional races. That confidence matters, especially as championship season approaches. At the same time, this result reinforces how unforgiving elite sprinting can be. There is no room for hesitation, no space to recover from even the smallest lapse in execution. One step slightly off rhythm or one moment of tightening up can decide everything. Richards stayed loose. He stayed patient. That is why he won. For the sport as a whole, races like this are healthy. They remind everyone that greatness is never guaranteed and that competition is always evolving. Fans are drawn to unpredictability, and moments like this keep indoor track meets exciting and relevant. When veterans rise and superstars are challenged, the sport moves forward, fueled by performances that demand respect and leave lasting memories.